When in doubt, part it out. If you guys go way back, this was our...
Welcome in, guys. How's it going? I'm going to start with a giveaway here in a moment. Let me just check my YouTube feed out. Here we go. Get that muted. All right. What's up, In His Image? Thanks for coming in, man. I know you mentioned on my YouTube channel when I'll be selling again. Tennessee 2 coming in. So, guys, I'm going to start with a giveaway first, and then I have 40 toys listed in the... same here, man. Thank you very much. 40 toys listed in the preloads, and I'm going to be doing this style show every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. I already have 20 toys loaded up for next Wednesday night at 7 Eastern, and then I started to load up the following week. So I already have a ton of inventory, but me and my buddy bought a massive collection. But you can see that on my YouTube channel and TikTok, going through some of that. Let me get this pinned up here. I'll explain what it is. Oop. If anyone wants to run anything, probably the best way to do that is pop a pre-bid in. But you get in the giveaway. So the giveaway is going to be 4 vintage card packs. You got a, is it 90, 91? 90 Pro Set Hockey, little Star Trek, Last, which is like Family Matters and like 90s comedy TV shows, and a 91 Leaf. Can't really see if it's upside down or not. 91 Leaf Baseball. They're all free to somebody. So get in on that giveaway in the upper right corner up there. And anybody watching on YouTube, come on over to Dibdick not Dibdick Cards. You can go to Dibdick Cards, but Dibdick.com. Oh, no worries. No problem at all. Yeah, I know it's a tough competition over there. So you got to take a little extra time. What's up, Hawkeye Mike? How's it going, man? Mike, you're going to be in my national video next week. Still just finished up most of the edit for my YouTube video this week. But take a look at the store, guys. I got a bunch of cool pop culture, some Halloween costumes. There's a little Alf Halloween costume. There's Star Wars. There's Disney. There's all kind of stuff. Take a look in the pre-bid. Take a look in the preloads and get your bids in if you want me to run anything. But let me see what has pre-bid so far. So we got the Dick Tracy watch, the phone, the ventriloquist dummy. All right. What's up, Coco Lily over on YouTube? Come on over to dibdit.com. Yeah, this was an awesome collection. It was a fun one to go through so far. What's up, Little Buddha? Guys, take a look in the store. Pop your pre-bids in if you like any of that stuff. I'll start pulling off of what's in the pre-bids as soon as the raid comes over. Get on the giveaway in that upper right corner. It's going to be for 4 vintage card packs, all free to somebody. Yeah, huge Birds fan, Barkley. Huge Birds fan. Go to every home game. What's up, Genisvel? All right. And we got, let me flip around here. I'll show a little bit of what's in here. So we got, there's an Alf like wall hanging. There's that Alf piece. There's a cool Batman clock. This is a weird way to do it. I'll hold it up in front of the camera. The clock is very cool. These sell well. Now it is missing its battery cover. I mean, the connections don't look terrible, but it is missing the cover. So it'll be a cheap piece for somebody. A lot of cool Star Wars stuff in there. And I have some killer like Ninja Turtle stuff in next week's show. Oh, I think the raid's coming in. Welcome in, guys. Thanks for the raid. So I'm giving away 4 vintage card packs. So hop up on the giveaway in the upper right corner. You get a 91 Leaf Baseball, Lash, which is like a 90s comedy TV show pack, Star Trek, and a 91 Pro Set Hockey. I'm showing them upside down. But yeah, hopping on that. Guys, if you want me to run anything specific, pop a pre-bid in. I'm going to look at the pre-bids now, and I'll start running off of what's in the pre-bids. Let me, I had these in order, so I'll start. Let me grab this. This guy has a pre-bid, so let me move him to the stage. Sorry, guys. I accidentally clicked on a notification, and it took me off screen for a second. Yeah, awesome summer. Busy summer. Still super busy, but I like to be busy. There we go, little California Raisins coin bank. See, the coin slot is up top. It is missing its stopper. I don't think it's inside, but it's missing its stopper. But awesome looking display piece. Probably about 7 inches tall. So this guy's going to run here or whatever. I'm running everything at $2. Oh, the raid's coming in? Another raid. Oh, double raid. Appreciate it, guys. So hopping in the giveaway. You get 4 vintage card packs, 91 Leaf Baseball, Laughs TV comedy show, 90 Pro Set Hockey, and a Star Trek pack, all free to somebody in the upper right corner. We're going to start with this guy first. A little California Raisins coin bank. Missing the stopper, but otherwise very nice condition. And it is progressive shipping, so it's running now. And I was saying earlier, I'm running a toy show every Wednesday, 7 p.m. The stuff is already preloaded for next week. Ninja Turtles, Star Wars, a little bit of everything going on for next week. Sean, taking down the first piece. Real Life Perspective Show. Thank you, Sean. You look for the pre-bids. All right. Let's go with the, since we're almost Halloween time, let me get this guy going. And anybody watching on YouTube, coming over to dibdit.com, got an Alf Halloween costume in box. Very nice condition. Let's see what the size is. Size small, 5 to 6 years old. But it has the mask inside. Let me open it up. What's up, Checkerboard? The mask inside in like the, like a vinyl kind of shirt you would wear, clothing you would wear. Let me get him back in there and we'll get him running. Huge Alf fan myself. So again, Alf costume running here for $2, or pre-bids are going to start at more than $2, but here we go, running now. Guys, if you watch my YouTube channel, you'll see I put a short up going through the collection this stuff came out of. Massive basement collection, 3,000 square feet. We're pulling out like gem vintage toys every week. Going back tomorrow to do more of a clean out. So we're going to have great toys every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Is that Grammy Lisa? Thank you very much for the buy. Alpha's coming your way. Let's check the next pre-bid. And guys, if you want to run anything specifically, just pop it in the pre-bid. It's going to be the best way to do it. Let me get let's get Howdy Doody to the stage. Howdy Doody. Got the big, this is a big guy. I mean, sorry. His pants are falling down. He doesn't really have a belt, so his pants sort of tumble down a little bit. But sorry about that. But he's got a string where he pulls his mouth. It's marked EG on back. Yeah, marked on back of the neck there. Rubber head or plastic head. Same with his hands. The rest is like cloth. The cowboy boots are like more of a vinyl kind of material. Don't look that big. Here we go. Howdy's running here. The guy, this collection, this piece came out of. Same name on YouTube, Janice Val. Yep. Same name on YouTube. Vintage Sport Flips. This guy was the biggest Howdy Doody collector in the world. We'll find a lot more Howdy Doody stuff going through this collection. In his image. Thank you very much. He was actually offered 6 figures for his Howdy Doody collection years ago. Should have taken it, didn't. Still has a lot of it. All right, let's see what we got next. Let me run these guys. All right, so there's 4 of these. So these are 4 The Land Before Time, like they're vinyl or rubber puppets. We got the little, is it a Triceratops? We need to get Tim over the years, his dinosaur expertise on that one. And we got this dude, maybe a Brontosaurus, maybe. I don't think there's any in this buy, but I do have a tin toy listed in the Ray Train next Tuesday night in the box, a beautiful in the box tin toy. Another one of him, and then this dude. So you got 4 vinyl rubber Land Before Time puppets right now. Spike, okay, I don't know the names of these guys. Oh, thanks, Pike Dreamer. Yeah, I'm in like 3 shops out in Adamstown, PA, if anybody's local to the Pennsylvania area. Sean sticking out a little dinosaur bundle. Thank you, Sean. Let me get back to the, let's see, where's that guy at? There it is. All right. All right, so here we got this little advertising Sunoco. It's like a gas pump radio. Interesting thing is I could not find like a battery compartment. I wanted to check it out, look at the battery compartment. Could not see how to open it. So I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, maybe I have to take the whole thing apart. Maybe you guys know better than me, but very cool vintage Sunoco advertising, like transistor radio. Running now. Oh, wow, you knew them all. Very cool. I don't know if I've ever seen Land Before Time. Maybe I did, but I don't remember the names for sure. Sean's in 15. Checkerboard's coming back. 16. Hey guys, I have another show next Tuesday night, 9 p.m. It's a lot of vintage glass and porcelain, but I do have toys in there. And then another toy show next Wednesday, 7 o'clock. Thank you, Checkerboard. Appreciate it. All right. Here we got a cool lot. Let me get these out of here. This is a box. It's actually sent to somebody from the Ralston Purina Company. So that's an old, let me see if there's a date. I don't see the date, but I don't know if Ralston produced these cards, but they're not marked Ralston on back. But these are all cigarette cards. The whole box is packed. It's loaded in there. I'll show you some of them. Most are going to be animals, birds. Like here's one there. Let me flip through some of them for you. Got like plants and trees. Oop, I dropped a few. A lot of birds. A lot of birds. Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate you subscribing. So yeah, there's probably, I don't know, I mean, 200-300 cigarette cards in here. I'm not showing it very well. I don't want to tilt the whole box, but it's a loaded box. We're going to write it all now. Hawkeye Mike is in. Hawkeye's a big car guy. Again, these are all, what is the brand on them? Bond bread on this one. That's a cool looking one there. Little snowbird. Is that a hummingbird? It's hard to read upside down or look at it upside down on my point, but I usually do cards a lot better on here when I'm doing my undiddly cards, but it's the way I have my camera set up is a little tricky. Cardinals. I love cardinals. I raised a couple of baby cardinals as a kid. We got a little some sort of pink water bird. It doesn't look like a flamingo. I don't know what that is. In his image, taking him down. Thank you very much. And guys, if I am missing the chat, I apologize. I'm trying to keep up with it. But I'm also looking for the items and I might miss stuff. So keep popping into the chat if I'm missing it. Oh, you have a pet cardinal? Very cool. All right, let me get this guy to stage. All right, so here we got a little Ringling Brothers. Yeah, Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey like toy gun. And it does work. Works pretty well. So vintage plastic circus, probably, you know, I'm sure a little kid was bugging his mom for this back in the 70s or whenever this was. But here we go, the little circus space ray gun running. And his image is in. What's up, Naval? Or Novelli? Probably butchered your name there, but we're selling on dibdit.com if you want to come on over. Bunch of great sales tonight. Bunch of sales there's always a great seller going on dibdit.com. And his image is in. Thank you very much. All right, let's get back to the pre-bids. All right. All right, we got this guy. Let's do the little Dukes of Hazzard piece. This is in-box Dukes of Hazzard play set. These are color forms. You see the color form mark down there. A little wear to the box, but it doesn't look they weren't used. You can see like the decals and everything are still in there. Nice shape. I mean, the box has some toning, some discoloration on back. But I mean, the box is still pretty nice, and the interior is unused. So we got a little Dukes of Hazzard vintage playset. Commonwealth Pickers in. Thank you, Kevin. And his image is coming back. You guys, as I said a couple times already, I have another show at 7 o'clock next week. I'm going to be doing them every week. I'll pull like 20, 30 items out. But they're all going to be preloaded, so you can see what I have. And Hawkeye Mike taking down Dukes of Hazzard. Thank you. The next week's stuff is awesome. All right. So we got the phone here. So I will say, I didn't notice this when I was listening because I thought he was supposed to look like this. He might be missing his arm. I think he's probably missing another arm. I thought maybe he only had the one arm because that arm would be in your face when you're holding it. I could be wrong. Maybe it's not supposed to be over there. But I did plug it in. It does work. I did hear a dial tone. The volume was low, and I couldn't really figure out how to change the volume. So is it missing? Okay. I assume maybe, but so again, it's awesome display piece. Does work as long as you can tweak the volume, or maybe it was a problem on my end. I don't even know why I still have a landline, to be honest, but the wife won't let me get rid of it. So here we got a little Gumby vintage phone running now. I know there's Daisy Duke stuff in the collection. We had some Daisy Duke stuff that we found the last weekend. But we're going through, there's probably 3,000 boxes in this basement unsorted. We don't know what's in there, so it's a mystery. Thank you, in his image. All right. Let's get get Yoda going here. So we got the Yoda Halloween costume. The plastic is loose. It's still there. Empire Strikes Back. I mean, this box has a little bit of wear, but it's not terrible. It has the, wow, this was quite the deal back in the day. Yeah, it's a size medium. You can see it was on clearance from Lionel because it was a local toy shop. 25 cents. Back in whenever that was, 83 maybe. Yeah, it was from Lionel. But again, we have Yoda, the mask, and the outfit inside is, the packaging is still there. It's not in the packaging. So, again, back in there and I'll get them running. There's a few other Star Wars pieces in this, and I do have some loaded up for next week. Yeah. Here we go. Yoda Halloween costume running now. Hey guys, if you want to have your items run, just pop a pre-bid in. I'm going to try to run it all. I will run it all. But, you know, I'll make sure I don't miss running it if you put a pre-bid in. Thank you, in his image. Coming your way. Nice little box you're working on. Oop. All right, what we got next? Let's see. Let's get the other Halloween costume going here. So you got the vintage Gumby Halloween costume. Got TV costumes with mask. Got Gumby down there. Let's see what size that says. 3 to 4-year-old, tiny tot size, tiny tot. We got the, again, that plastic is a little loose, but it's still there. Got the Gumby plastic mask. And you got the all yellow, like, Gumby suit there. So, get him back in there. Gumby running now. And you see the shipping is progressive. I mean, it's not like free each additional item because some of these are bigger, but it is discounted substantially. In his image. In his image, he's going to have a big box. Thank you very much. Let's see what we got next. All right, let me find... this is a good piece. We find JFK here moving the stage. So we got a metal JFK bank. You can see John F. Kennedy has his birth and unfortunate death year there. It is made by Banthrin Co. They made a lot of like college and sports banks, but they did make all kind of banks. Still has the key to get into it too. That's not too common. You find the key, but great bust metal JFK bank running now. And its image is in. And guys, for next week's, I forget is it Flash Glass? I'm going to mess the name up. It's a vintage Ray Train Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Yeah, I bet, man. Yeah, the key is a commodity, I'm sure. Thank you, in his image. But I have some great stuff in that sale next week. Some like porcelain items that I don't specialize in. It came in a big group that they're like $100, $150 pieces. I'm starting at $2. So that's next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. All right, we got the 1977 Star Wars SSP white van. We got Chewie, Luke, Leia, C-3PO in there. There's graphics on both sides. Nice shape. Running now. And his images in. Thrifting Theology was in too. This was one of the reasons I wanted to buy this collection. This was a friend of mine who was a toy dealer for years. Thank you, in his image. He just bought way too much, immense inventory. And I knew we'd find some awesome Star Wars stuff because this stuff has been in this basement for like 40 years. So I knew we were going to find some great Star Wars. And we have. There's more to come. Got the same thing in the black. Got Darth Vader, the big Darth Vader. White, black SSP van. Graphics on both sides. Nice condition. Running now. Thrifting Theology is in. My next Finding Memories. We're on dibdit.com, DIBDIT.com. You can scan that QR code that's on the screen, or you can just type that in your browser and come on over. If you use code SPORTFLIPS, you can get $5 free to spend. Checkerboard is in at 17 or 18. I'm sorry, that was in his image coming back. But yeah, my next video that I'm going to put out, I think on Sunday on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, is some Star Wars stuff we pulled out of this collection. Thank you, Checkerboard. All right, let's check the pre-bids. All right, let's do this guy. You got the 1975 Disney Christmas ornament in the box. Here's the ornament. Nice shape. Right now. And his image is in at 5. Thank you, in his image. Appreciate it. This piece is cool. We have the Little Orphan Annie phone pal or shoulder pal. So this would help you hold your phone against your ear. But I guess it came in Popeye, Orphan Annie, Bugs Bunny, Olive Oil. So I never saw any of these before, but pretty cool. It's in the packaging. Cool throwback piece of nostalgia there. Right here. And loot is in at $3. And his image is coming back at 4. And his image is taking it down. All right, this is a great piece. So we have the 1977 Star Wars R2-D2 model kit by MPC. Now the box has a little bit of wear, has a little tear on this flap. It's not terrible though. Inside though, it was not put together. So you can see the pieces. Let me get the instructions out. The pieces are still attached to the framework in there. So I can't guarantee all the pieces are there. And some of the pieces are not attached, but it looks complete to me. But just killer vintage Star Wars piece. Let's start it running now. And his image is in. Go Birds for sure, Booth. Thank you in his image. Yeah, absolutely, Mike. Yeah, for sure. Definitely a great display piece. All right, let me see what I got in this. Okay, let me try to pull out of this first box here. So, again, I showed this earlier. We have the 1974 Batman and Robin Gen X talking alarm clock. Not tested. It's missing its battery door cover. I mean, the connection points don't look corroded. Looks in good shape, but again, I didn't test them. A great looking display piece regardless. Oh, wow. I tell you what, I think we'll find a lot of in this collection. I know the guy had an affinity for Alf, Howdy Doody, Star Wars, like anything pop culture, vintage. There was nothing newer than the year 2000 that we're pulling out of here, so it's all going to be vintage stuff. Some going back to the 19th century. He has antiques in there, so it's an immense collection, which you can see on my YouTube channel. Thank you, Ready Picker One. Appreciate it, Michael. All right, let's see. These guys frustrated me. And maybe you guys know what they are. I try to look these things up forever, but they're little like soft rubber witch hand puppets. There's 3 of them. They're all the same. There's no markings. I used every kind of like Google image search, WorthPoint. I mean, when you're searching a Google image of a witch, you're just going to find every kind of witch there is out there. But I know years ago I sold something like this. It was a Wizard of Oz piece. Could not find them anywhere. They sold very well. So I don't know what these are, if they're Wizard of Oz related or just cool Halloween decorations, but they're little rubber witch finger puppets. Whatever they are, they're going to run here at $2 for all 3 of them. Running now. They're not common, whatever they are, because I searched and searched. It was just so I knew what to call them. What's up, Josh? Mojo Dojo's in the house. Josh, you would love this collection. It's fun to dig through this stuff. I mean, we've spent 2 days there, a little more than 2 days, and it doesn't look like we were there at all. I mean, 4 van loads out of there, and it's still packed. A little Buddha's in at 19. Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely, Josh. Or Whitley. I don't know who it is, but thank you, Little Buddha. All right, what else we got here? Let's pull this guy here. We got the Wizard of Oz 1988 Witch Walker. Yeah, Wicked Witch Wind-Up Walker. I have another one of these in the show in 2 weeks. I have it preloaded. I think it's the Scarecrow. But on card has the original KB Toys price sticker up on top there. Running now. Yeah, absolutely. Paul sold a ton, but this is a different collection, but the same guy. This guy just had so much stuff. I bought a 3-car garage full of vintage stuff, like a massive storage unit, and then another storage unit, and then we bought his basement. Thank you, Grammy Lisa. Appreciate it. All right, we got here. All right, here we got a good piece. All right, so we got the Simpsons lunchbox. Nice condition. Here's the top. The back has a little sticker decal. I'm assuming it was like the original price sticker. Back is nice. Thermos inside. Now it looks like it's probably missing its top, like a red top or whatever it would be. I mean, that top is there, but the drinking cup part, which I'm sure you can buy like a junky lunchbox and replace that, has a little discoloration inside. I've wiped that down a lot with like a Lysol wipe. It doesn't come off, so it's nothing like stuck in there. Oh yeah, absolutely, man. There's a ton of stuff at both. The warehouse is still packed. I'm still working on that. Here we go. Great vintage Simpsons lunchbox. Let's see if there's a year. 1990 on the year. 1990 here. So we're running now. I think in this basement there's a lot more toys than sports. And this guy did a lot of like retail arbitrage back in the 80s and 90s. We're finding like cases of stuff that he bought in stores back in the day. Thank you, Sean. All right, let's get next. Let's go to another Simpsons piece. Yeah, absolutely. Get the Simpsons. What is that guy? I'll read the screen. Hot Wheels Scene Machine, Homer's nuclear waste van. So it's on card. Card's in nice shape. I'm a little bit aware, but not too bad. They got running now for $2 or wherever the pre-bid started up. Grammy Lisa's in at 8. Thank you, Grammy Lisa. Appreciate it. All right. Let me so we got next here. All right, we got a 1973 Mork and Mindy, Robin Williams, Mork from Mork action figure, talking backpack. So has the little decals on the side of his backpack, a little toning to his pant cuffs there. He does. Yeah, I'm going to pull it. It works. It doesn't work great, and you'll hear it in a second. I mean, I can't really understand what he's saying, but it does work. So here we go. Mork from Mork, 1973. Pretty good value on Mork here. I don't know if he's saying Nanu. Let me try it again and see if we can get him. That didn't sound like Nanu on that one. Real Life coming back at 15. Shazbat, is that where he's from? Ready Picker 1's in. Yeah, I think you nailed it in his image. Exactly what he said. That's right. Yeah, why was I thinking that was his planet? Yeah, Mork from Mork. Thank you, Ready Picker 1. Appreciate it. All right, what we got up next? Let's do this little lot, the pumpkin lot. So, what's up, Harry? How's it going, man? So we got this little pumpkin. This guy has some damage. I don't know exactly, just a little decoration. Got a little that little guy. That one is like a open top. I don't know if that's. I don't know. I'm not really sure if that's like a light. I don't know what that is. Even a little smaller one of that. I think this one's more porcelain in there. Little porcelain ghost and pumpkin, and then we got the this one here. I don't see a maker's mark on this anywhere. So we got the 5 vintage Halloween pieces here. The little candy container, and then the 4 little pumpkins. Could be a candle holder. Yeah, that's possible for sure. This I think probably is, right? Welcome in, Miss Muffet. Checkerboard is in at 11. Thank you, Checkerboard. Appreciate it. All right, let's check the pre-bids. All right, so this is a good one. On card, I mean, beautiful condition on the card. Dick Tracy, 2-way wristwatch. I mean, perfect shape on the card, other than a little $2 price sticker back in the day. Playmates is the brand. But very cool looking. You can see the really perspective show wearing this on his YouTube channel. Get like that Nintendo watch kind of vibe going on. But here we go. Dick Tracy watch running. I think it would fit. You can probably get a custom band, maybe to get a new band for it. But it says ages 4 and up, Sean. 4 and up. And we're kids at heart anyway, right? Ready, picker 1, taking it down. All right, find the raisins. There it is. Guys, if you want to look at anything in the store, if you pop your pre-bids in, I'll run that stuff first. All right, so we got the vinyl California Raisins wallet. This guy looks dead stock. I mean, has no flaws. Got the California Raisins on back, the 1988 date on back. Your girlfriend's photo back in 1988 in there. There we go. Awesome vintage California Raisins wallet. Running now. Grammy Lisa's in with the pre-bid. Yeah, right? Yeah, you can't lose that bright yellow wallet. I might even use this wallet. That's pretty cool. Thank you, Grammy. All right, let's see. This is cool. We pulled 2 of these out of the basement last week. And I sold one on a selling platform, otherwise an online platform today. Actually, I just picked it out of my warehouse inventory today. But we got the vintage Pepsi water shooter. If you comp this out, there's a crazy comp on eBay. I sold mine a lot less than that comp, but they still sell very well. Battery operated Pepsi water shooter can and on card. Let's see if there's a date. Laramie 1989 Laramie product on back. So awesome vintage Pepsi like squirt gun. And I have the matching in next Tuesday night's raid train. I have a Pepsi like radio, advertising radio that I'm loading up for that Tuesday night raid train show at 9 o'clock. That show will be progressive shipping with my toy show next Wednesday at 7. Thank you, Grammy Lisa. Appreciate it. All right, so I think I went through all the pre-bids. If you guys want more, just place your bids. I'm going to run the rest of the stuff regardless. But I love this thing. I'm a huge Al fan. On card. Let me actually find it in the store first. Alf wall hanging in package. It's soft sculpture art. Let's see if there's a year on it. I don't see a year. But awesome, like, plush, like very flat plush. Gordon Shumway. There you go, little Buddha. Thanks, Mike. Have a good night, man. There you go. Alf wall hanging. This piece, I never saw this piece before, and I've sold a lot of Alf stuff. I have a bunch of Alf stuff, clothing, but awesome piece. I'm sure not many of these survived in the packaging like this. I think it's a sad state of affairs when I'm holding this up and my arm is like exhausted from holding up this like 3-ounce Alf. Might be time for the gym when I finish up here. But thanks, Grammy Lisa. Appreciate it. All right, what we got next? This is an awesome piece. Now, maybe it's repairable, but regardless, it's a pretty cool piece. We got the vintage Cat in the Hat, Dr. Seuss wind up Jack in the Box. So the winder winds, but you don't hear like that cranking when it's doing it, but you hit the little piece there, Cat in the Hat pops up. So you can manually get them to work. Now, maybe somebody can fix the winder. I'm not adept at fixing the winder, but here is Cat in the Hat, wind up. These sell pretty good. I've sold a lot of these tin litho Jack in the Boxes. That's an awesome shelf sitter, right? Even if you don't ever get them to work, just sitting on your shelf in the background. Dr. Seuss, Cat in the Hat, running now. And his image is in at 6. By the way, guys, I have a live YouTube podcast I do every Wednesday night, usually 8 o'clock. We're doing it at 8:30 tonight. So I don't want you to take you away from Did It. Stay on the raid train, stay on the train here tonight. The person I raid next, which is Mama Bear. But if you're ever just happen on YouTube Wednesday nights, we're always live on Wednesday nights on Vintage Sport Flips. That's coming in his image. Thank you. All right. This is a good piece. This is an older piece, more of an antique, 1920s Banner Lotto board game. Parker Brothers, Salem, Massachusetts. Has a little like a push in there, if you can see that on the top. So there's all the piece. I can't turn it because it's let me do this. If I'm showing that well. All the wood pieces there. That was his price back in the day, $50. Here it's $2. But I guess you could run your home little lottery as a toy back in the 20s. Running now. Get the lid. I love these early like chromolithographic board games. Just the covers are the money shot, right? People will just buy them for games that are not super expensive and just frame up the board because the board looks awesome. Got like a medieval scene there. And his image is in. Thank you, in his image. All right. Let's do another early game here. This is earlier even than that one. This is 1909 home history game. Got the great Statue of Liberty graphic. It's the Empire State Building in the background. Actually, there's all just like cards inside there. And you got the instructions on the back of the board. Here we go, running now. $2. You guys definitely check out my show next Wednesday night, 7 o'clock. All of that stuff is preloaded. There's Star Wars, Ninja Turtles. There's some great Star Wars pieces in that one that I loaded up. But every Wednesday night I'm going to run these until we run out of stuff, which that might not be my lifetime that I'll run out of stuff from this collection. Oh, checkerboard got it. I don't know why I was still staring at it when it was over. All right. I've sold these pieces before, and they sell very well, especially with the box. But it's a Star X wall bottle opener. It's a stationary bottle opener, so just you screw it to the wall. But this is Pepsi Cola advertising. Dead stock, was in the box, like cast metal, made in the USA. I mean, this has age, I would say 40s, but can't be certain of that. But definitely this is an antique piece. What's up, Dan in Demand? Welcome in, Dan. Here we go. This is an awesome advertising with box. The box is the money. But you can find these, but not in that condition with that kind of original paint. But the box is the money on this. Here we go, running now. Hope your show went well over on Did the Cards, Dan. I'm definitely down to run card shows again. I do have some stuff I bought at the National. Thank you, In His Image. All right, these pieces sell pretty well. It's all one lot, though. Let me pull it up. These are 1977. When I first found them in one of the boxes, I thought they were wall hangings, but I think they're actually clothing hangers, right? They're like got the hanger on bottom, the thing that would go on the clothing pole. What is that called? Not a clothing, whatever it is. Your closet pole. We got Betty Rubble, Pebbles, hang-ups they're called. Hang-ups on back is the name. Betty was on my list. Yeah, we that was probably one of our worst drafts ever. Wilma Flintstone. There's a pair of Wilmas and a pair of Bettys. I'm sorry, a pair of Wilmas and a pair of Pebbles. So 5 of them all together. Yeah, Betty. Who didn't like Betty Rubble as a kid? Betty was that classic lady next door. Where's Betty? There she is. She was a looker in Bedrock, right? Grammy Lisa's in at 13. Yeah, yeah. On my Wednesday Night Live, we draft a different topic each week, and last week we drafted the most attractive cartoon characters. So, thank you, Grammy Lisa, coming your way. Nice buy. These guys are very old. 1957, Bugs Bunny, Frozen Zoo. I guess you make your own like freeze pops. Now the bag is split, so they'll come out very easily. And they have like not only the little molds, but they also have like the little sticks down there they would put in the ice. So make your own, almost antique ice pops here. Bugs Bunny on the top, 1957, running for $2. Dan, this is stuff from the basement that we bought recently. So this is stuff I just pulled out last Thursday. We're finding some awesome toys as we're going through this stuff. If you guys saw my video I put out, there was a box that was really loaded up with red lines. So that was the last video from this collection, but I have a ton of footage I'm going to put out. Thank you, Grammy Lisa. Yeah, it was great. It wasn't all red lines, but there was a ton of them in there for sure. All right, so this is a bigger piece. We got the box has wear, but the Mickey Mouse, Mickey Magician Magic Show. I'll take it out of the box here to show you what's going on inside. Same name on YouTube, Grammy Lisa, Vintage Sport Flips. Here's my, this is what my logo looks like, my little Whippet dog. So it does have the instruction booklet in. Yeah, no S on sports, Vintage Sport Flips. Dan's always leading the charge there for me, and I appreciate that. All right, trying to get Mickey out of the box. So we got Mickey Magician. You got these little cards, I guess you would put in the front, and I don't know exactly how it works, but they would go in there. There's these back buttons too. Pretty nice condition on the toy. It includes the original instruction booklet. The box has wear, but the fact that the box survives, I mean, with toys, I know a lot of times the box did not survive. But again, the instruction booklet with it, running here for $2. And his image is in. And I will say I didn't comp any of this stuff out. I looked a couple things up just so I could see what to call them, like those witches, which I was unsuccessful with, but I'm getting the years on some of the stuff, but I didn't look up values. There's so much stuff in this collection. We cannot try to maximize what we get for every piece. We're consigning stuff to auctions. We're going to run a ton on Dibdit. Thank you, Sean. We have 2 months to get it out, so we're trying to like move as much as we can. All right, here we got a vintage 1970s Princess Leia, 1977 Star Wars Coca-Cola cup. Nice condition, no cracks. Running now. Two VC was in there. Appreciate the bid. That's a new name for me. So thank you very much for hanging out. In his image is coming back. In his image is taking it down. Like I said, I have a bunch of there's Ninja Turtle stuff loaded up for the next couple shows. There's an awesome bank next week. There's some like cereal bowls the week after. These are vintage youth new with tag slippers. So let's see how good I am, which is not going to be great. But purple. Is purple Donatello? Or I never know Donatello or Raphael. I think it's Donatello, right? On the purple. I know orange is Michelangelo and blue is Leonardo, but pretty sure it's Donatello. But they had the original like sticker on the side. Let's see what the price was. KB Toys. They were originally $9.99. They marked them down to $2.97. So I think my buddy, the toy dealer who I bought this whole collection from, he was doing retail arbitrage back in the 80s. We found a lot of 80s stuff, cases of Disney stuff. So he was like an early American arbitrage kind of character there. I see what I did, Dan. I clicked mute. So that was not your problem. How long was I muted for? Was it a while? Okay, good. Thanks, Dan, because I didn't even notice I hit that. Here we got an early Funko Rock'em Sock'em Robot Wacky Wobbler, Mattel Toys. Okay, so it wasn't super long. See, 2001. So this might be the newest thing we've pulled out of this basement, but that's still 24 years old, 25 years old. Gonna do better with my math there. The Rock'em Sock'em Robot Wacky Wobbler, running now. Yeah. No, Dan. Come on. I don't like you being on Team Andy. All right. Thank you in his image. We got a, let's see, we got a Simpsons piece here. It's got a pair of 1990 Burger King Meet the Simpsons vinyl dolls with tags. Well, they're not. Yeah, they are Burger King, but I guess they sold them in KB Toys. I didn't realize. I thought they were like giveaways, but they are. They were sold in KB. Let's see what the original tag was. So the original $2.99. He bought them on clearance, retail arbitrage at $2 for $1. It's a $2 for $1 clearance tag on them. but they're dead stock with tags. 2 Maggies. Or Lisa, I'm sorry. Yeah, I like it, Dan. Turn on them. Sean is in. Sean takes him down. Thank you, Sean. All right, so the last piece is a not a toy, but it's an awesome piece of advertising. Vintage Christmas piece. And I'm probably going to end right around when, let me see if when Mama Bear goes live. If not, I'll run a giveaway and I'll hang out for a few more minutes. I thought it would take me a little bit longer than an hour to run 40 lots, but I did move pretty quick. So yeah, we'll do a giveaway in a minute if I don't, unless it takes a little bit. But yeah, awesome Christmas. So this side, we got Use Alka-Seltzer. Listen to it, Fizz. There's got to be 40s. So we got the Alka-Seltzer on one side. The other side, Merry Christmas, everybody. Health and joy for all the year. And you don't see what's on this edge, but it's not trimmed. So I don't know what's up with that. But double-sided Alka-Seltzer and Christmas. Isn't like a little, I should have brought it to the stage. That was an amateur move. But it did pretty well until the last item. What time you selling on did the cards, Dan? Hey guys, anyone has shows upcoming, pop them in the chat. As I said, I have another toy show next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. You can go over there now and look. There's 20 lots that are all preloaded. Star Wars, TMNT. There's great stuff. And every Wednesday at 7, I have them loaded. And then I have them. I have a great show next Tuesday night that I'm starting to preload. Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Here we go. Vintage 1940s Alka-Seltzer Santa advertising piece. Thank you, Grammy. Appreciate you hanging out and bidding. This stuff will get shipped out, if not tomorrow, Friday. Christmas advertising sells well. I mean, the little pinback buttons do great. I didn't look this guy up, but I bet there's good value on the vintage advertisement. And you can fan yourself in the process. You know, it's good, multi-purpose. Great display piece, great resale piece. Cool yourself off. Thank you, In His Image. Appreciate that. Tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m., Dibbed It Variety Show. Collectibles, toys, odds, and ends. Very cool. Yeah, that's I love that kind of show. You never know what's coming up, right? I've been trying to preload this stuff. Like, there will be some sports sprinkled in. Like, in my 2 weeks, I have this pair of 1953 Redman Tobacco with tab cards in that show. So yeah, preloading is fun because people can look ahead and see what's coming up. But let me do a quick giveaway. I have a couple packs again. Let me duplicate the previous one. All right, you got a Legacy, like comic book pack, and you got the 1997 Omega hockey card pack. They just had sit at my desk. I didn't plan on this one, but they were sitting there, so give it away to somebody. So hop in on that. Let me do this while I'm doing that. I gotta make sure I separate the previous giveaway because that might confuse me. Put that there. Giveaway 1. There's a giveaway there. But let me do this while I'm waiting for Mama Bear to start. I'll show my show that's coming up next week. I'll show what's in the auction. Find it. All right. Here's what I have for next week. So I have a very cool Jimmy Carter walking peanut in the original box. There's a Ninja Turtles coin bank that was part of like a cookie container. There's a No Feet Pez Easter Bunny. A very cool early deck of tarot cards. Mint in the box, vintage 1960s kissing bobbleheads. They're like an Irish boy and girl. 1950s football helmet. There's good value on that Spider-Man bank. That's a tall, like 16-inch Marvel coin bank, like blow mold. There's a Simpsons watch, Snork's water gun, Wicket, Star Wars or Return of the Jedi phone, a Yoda, like vinyl hand puppet. There's a pair of like card games, both soupy sales. 2 different pairs of Empire that Strikes Back drinking glasses. I was surprised how well they sell. There's a Rocky and Bullwinkle wallet on card, a Dr. Spock action or doll in box, 3 quick Nestle cups, Winnie the Pooh bank, a Sprite lemon lime like talking figure, and a little antique there, 1908 dated Uncle Tom's Cabin hardback books. A little bit of antiques as well. So that's next Wednesday, 7 p.m. There we go. Thanks, Michael. Appreciate that. Yeah, the Yoda's awesome. And then on my, I didn't load the whole show yet, but I'll show you what I have for the raid train the night before. So this is not always usually the kind of stuff I saw, but next Tuesday night, 9 o'clock, we get a pair of Mickey Mouse Disney figures, a French Majolica asparagus plate, get a Archie Bunker for President beer stein, some green glass like water goblets, little 1950s cap gun, big pinback lot. That's a cool like 1940s baseball pipe. And there's more to come. That's just what I preloaded so far. So let's see if Mama Bear started. Figured that would give me a little bit of talk about that. Oh, yeah, you bought a lot, man. I appreciate it. Our Mama Bear is live. So let me pull this giveaway. We'll see who wins this. And then I'll get Mama Bear rated. Terry, T-Bone Terry, appreciate it. They're coming your way. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. Again, I'll be back on next Tuesday night, 9, next Wednesday night at 7. More great deals. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate you. Let's get Mama Bear rated here. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it.